A total of 28 candidates applied to fill the city council vacancy left by the late Joe Bowcutt, who passed away August 31st. The vacancy of the term has a little over 2 years left. Many paid tribute to Bowcutt for his fairness and open mind.
I would like to open this evening by saying that the reason we are gathered here tonight does not elude me. As such, I wish to extend my deepest sympathies and condolences to the family and friends of Joe Bowcutt at this time, and also you, Mayor, as well.
Joe, even in your passing, you gave us a great lesson on life and how short it is and precious.
The candidates, young and old, 6 women and 22 men, ranged from all walks of life, including 7 real estate agents, DSU professors, business developers and owners, to farmers, veterans, to those retired. But one particular candidate managed to catch the hearts and minds of most commissioners. Bryan Smethurst was Bowcutt's oldest stepson, who said Joe treated him like his own.
Which I know makes me a very fit candidate to fill the late Councilman Joe Bowcutt's seat.
A resident of St. George for 45 years, Smethurst is a highly decorated military veteran and has served as a volunteer with the St. George Lions Club and Dixie Ambulance.
And given the chance to serve on the City Council, I will do my best to carry on my father's legacy as a hard worker and one who loved all.
The decision came down to 3 candidates and was whittled down to the top vote getter without the mayor's vote.
I'm going to just go with my gut tonight and do what I think is the very best to fulfill a seat that was campaigned for and won by Councilmember Bowcutt.
One thing that just kept going through my mind is, what would Joe want?
It will be very hard because there's a lot of you that I love dearly, but again, we'll just have to.
I always say that the presence of all these applicants speaks to the real spirit of this community. It really tells you what this city of St. George is all about.
Smethurst won by a vote of 3 to 1.
Bowcutt votes for Vardell Curtis. Bryan Smethurst will be the new city council member.
I have got good friends that put in for there, and there were some very good candidates, and I'm very blessed and honored to have been chosen.
Bryan was immediately sworn in and will take his new seat for the next 2 years.
That I will discharge the office of my duties in my office with fidelity.
Smethurst was honored and humbled to take his father's seat at the city council.
I will never fill his shoes, just follow them. And I don't think I'd ever try to fill them. I think I need to make my own way, and he would want that too. So I think that's where I'm going to go.
Ironically, Mayor John Pike's father also recently passed.
Very ironic that we both have lost our dads so recently, and it's very tender. You know, obviously it's a tender time for Bryan, it's a tender time for me. We're trying to make sure we, like people that came ahead of us, that we just do what's the best thing we can for our community. That's what Bryan will get to do.
Smethurst's term will end in January of 2022.
I know this is an election year as well, and so I'm gonna lean on my council members to help me out and push me in the right direction.
From the St. George City Council chambers, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.